Welcome back into another video of real racing. I think this is the real car racing, which is probably fake. And my name is Turbo Concept that we're going to be doing for racing online into another app for free inside of the Microsoft Store. So before we cannot able to get for our free cash anytime soon, I always recommend that we're going to be place a little bit for a one sound as well. We cannot doing for the activated sound. This is probably such as a glitch. Let's gonna be try to start over here instead of paints that we're gonna be doing to start. So looks like we're probably choosing for some main colors. We possibly try to do so. As before we're gonna be race, let's go into the level 6. We have done here in a level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now it's time to a level 6 and all the way up to level 10, and the final one you should be going for a final level. So it's time for get for a race and data downloading as really possible. We got last 2 nitrox left. Now looks like this is going to be such as race, and once again everything isn't probably muted as always, except the engine sound. But looks like we're gonna be doing this for maximize the settings as well. Everything is probably mute as well. And looks like the racers are just gonna be trying to catching me up. 24% damage. Oh dear. The repair systems has been disabled. If we just eventually reaching up to 100% of damage. Oh my god. Looks like I'm just trying to make things a little bit low quality as well. 35% damage. But looks like we're going to be using hold in. That we're blasting some nitrox as well. As fast as we can. Going on to 200 kilometers an hour. As we eventually out of nitrox as well. So it looks like we're going to be tick around for many points as possible. Oh my god, the doors and the spoiler has just popped open, and probably, I'm not sure, the rear bumper has just left off, including the hood as well. 53% of damage. But looks like we cannot able to complete as possible, and before that wasn't going to be taking to do so as well. And we're gonna be blasting a little bit as one. So in my secondary internet connection, this is causing a little bit bad happens as well. And so we just still going to give ourselves a nitrox up here, and we're not almost there to finish line anytime soon. And we'll not probably think there's going to be the finish line as well. And it's probably going to be one last nitrox stretch. We eventually out of nitrox as well. As we prepare for just one thing all over to do this. So let's just start the race and repair for this vehicle before 150. And let's just probably give ourselves a good to go. And let's just go into the level number 7. Let's just do another one. The data is probably downloading once again for another race. If I'm offline, I'm unable to accept this. I don't really think there must be a police car onto the left. And we're pretty not sure that we're going to be starting for some pursuit over here, right behind. So let's just press B for the back. As you can see, the police car is going to be trying to start chasing up here. And looks like I'm not going to be doing for such as one thing. We can't do for such as one nitrox over here. And I don't really think that we're going to be seeing in the back. But looks like we have some sort of a drift points into this, some kind of features as well. 12 drift points. And I'm going to be doing for such as nitrox anyways. And another one as well. We just currently blast all the way to 200 kilometers an hour. And it's not that worth it anyways. Not to 300 kilometers an hour like this. And I'm not probably sure. This is not going to be acceptance that we're going to be doing this for what and I'm probably not sure. This is continuing to damage of the vehicle we never have. 18 drift points, and we're going to get all the way up here, and the wing has just probably removed all over. So I'm not probably to do so. It's not going to be left, because it's going to be even for the right door and not the rear bumper and the diffuser as well. And looks like the front bumper is probably missing, and looks like this isn't going to be just like as well. And it absolutely crashed, and where the bumper is not going to be missing as well. So we just eventually corner cut the first corner, and looks like we just got $268 in cash. So we're not good to go. That we're probably going to be another level as downloading as well. And let's just completely able to buy a Ford GT, which is loud. And the race has been started. Let's just going to be pressing B. We got 3 drivers. It looks like I just got even nitrox as well. And I'm not even sure that we're going to be doing for just 1 nitrox as well. 7 gears we totally have for some only one thing. 34 drift points. And I am stuck as well. Or maybe I was free to go. But looks like right behind of them, I'm not sure that these guys are just going to be trying to catching me up as well. So even not as for the realistic driving or realistic racing simulation, I'm probably not sure. This is not sim racing like this, and because of this only one situation like this thing is that we really hated to do so as well, because the most thing that's something that anybody hates this game is drifting as well. Because I'm just doing this for sure that you're going to be keeping on this thing for a little bit smooth without causing any extreme lag as well. As we just making things for a very blast of nitrox as well to spam, of course, and blast into 7th gear. As we eventually running out of nitrox, we just going to almost drifting all the way to 50 drift points, 70% of damage, but looks like it's going to be up to $200 that we're going to be trying to do something. So it's not being such as one thing, but to grind money, all you have to do is try to get a little bit as well, and getting a lot of drift points as fast as possible, so you can be so rich in a very short amount of time by doing their best nitrox as well. As we just blasted to nothing, believe that what happens is we're going to be going on as well. So we just eventually finish another time, and we cannot doing for just replay like this, and it's time to repair the vehicle as immediately as possible. And once the vehicle has been fixed, it's time to access to a level 9 to select this thing as well. We're gonna be going into the level 9, but probably, I'm not sure, the data downloading just got failed. But looks like we cannot able to get for a menu as well. And before we still absolutely having for downloading as well, we have to reattempt to do this. And there is a police car in front. Well, let's just give ourselves for a go. But looks like hopefully that does not able to catching up to me as anyways. And so I just got in the way for myself, and looks like we just even forgetting a lot of damage as fast as possible. And probably for unloading for just, I guess not. It's absolutely still lagging itself for much for very things that I'm not sure. I'm starting to get bad at drifting as well. And we just missed the nitrox. 44 drift points, and 2 times drift points is 26. And not so ever, this isn't going to be just like it's pretty good as well. 2 times the nitrox, 48 drift points as well. And it's not going to be terribly happens what is going on. and try to get a lot of nitros as well, and up to level 10 as literally as possible. So let's just go into do for another nitros as well, and causing a lot of power slide problems. And oh dear, this isn't gonna be what happens. I'm starting to get a little bit terrible what happens to do this. And we eventually almost out of nitros as well. The bumper and some sort of like this thing, the hood and the spoiler has just gone broken down. So this vehicle has just got for a lot of breakdown as well. Before level 10 starts as well, the entire vehicle has just got a lot of damage as well. And we got our one last nitro shot as well. And we're just going to switch to 7th gear. I am pretty not sure that we're going to be complete the game as fast as possible. We have our fatality crash that hit into 47% of damage. As we save by myself that we're going to be using nitros as we're headed back as well. So the Porsche 911 RSR isn't going to be completed like this fast, because something absolutely going to be breaking down us for a huge problem. As we try to look back, as before pressing B, I guess what, this isn't absolutely going to be nothing that we're going to be trying to do. It looks like 1 minute and 25 seconds. We cannot able to get for its last. As we still to get all the way for reset as well. As we just try to return back. And I cannot believe there's nothing all the way back here. $606 we came here. As we're gonna be trying to repair this vehicle as fast as possible, that we just completely invest as well. The vehicle has finally fixed for the one last time, but looks like it's time to buy for these two road cars as well. Let's buy only $800 and $1,000 as well. So if the vehicle could cost a lot of money, I'm gonna be trying this for a very first time. Hopefully this is going to be such as loud it was. Let's go for the level 10, and I wonder that data downloading isn't going to be such as worth it. Oh gosh, this is probably gonna be hard ways to download as well, after rejoining the game for so many times, which is cause for any kinds of attempt as well. So a road car is absolutely going to be taking a little bit of advantage. The supercar doesn't have absolutely any damage. Inside of the interior view, it's not just the same as this. I could be able to drive something like that. I swear it's possibly that wasn't going to be doing like this thing is having for so much damage as well, because as you can see there's no damage of this vehicle as well. If I just going to be trying to look right back behind, there's nothing that we're going to be to do this as well. As we're using nitros, I could get away as fast as possible. As we're going to be trying to do is we're going to be making things a little bit of lot of itself. We just hit the damage of 3%. Looks like this track doesn't have high speed corners as well, but looks like we have damage probably in route for this thing as well. I don't really think something is absolutely breakdown is going on out here. As we eventually out of nitros, and probably this isn't going to be such as gone as well. So we just eventually out of nitros as well, and during the corners that you're unable to be speeding all the way up here, 4% of damage. All windows had just cracked down as well. But nothing that we're going to be trying to do this that will cost for $200,000. So how does it going to be making things a lot of cost? So it's absolutely going to hit around for the 7th gear. and like it's going to be blasting all the way. And oh dear, it looks like we have one straight away. As we're not going to be feeling a little bit for very right as well. As we're inside of the car's view, and we cannot able to turn on the music as well. So let's hit that nitrox back up, and we have one nitrox as well. I assumed that we just completely out of nitrox, and I think it is that we're out of nitrox as well. And finally we have win for our level 10, $374, but looks like we cannot absolutely going for a replay as well, and looks like that is going to be the end of this video. It's time to prepare for $100, but looks like we're going to be keeping this vehicle. Probably safe to do this as well. As we turn this vehicle into color red, orange, and green like itself, I wonder this vehicle look like for a brand new Ford GT. That will be the end of this video, and I guess that should be it. And thanks for watching, for all your support. And if you just don't like of this video that I just accidentally crashed like this thing, because you just buy two of these two cars as well. It's not linked in the description and about of this game, but you can download this game in the Microsoft Store, or if it's available, or probably it's available inside of this game, or slightly not. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and looks like this is going to be Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads all later. Is gonna be talk to you sooner, or until maybe next time as well.